everybody. I'm coming on here pretty late and slightly inebriated to do a small mining smithing ramble. We're gonna start this off here with some, it's ridiculous, with some classic content, being straight up mining in the mining guild. Now, I must say classic, just slightly qualified, as this section of the mining guild did not always exist, nor did these passive mining levels exist. I have 4 from the Celestial Ring, and I believe there is 7 from the mining guild. As you can see, I'm actually pretty tired here. And that was quite a long time for our second piece of adamant. But that's okay. What we're gonna do is work ourselves a good portion of an inventory of adamant here. Then we're gonna go and blast mine, or blast furnace rather. Blast smith. Some of the ores that I have left over, and I have a lot of mithril. And I have a lot of mithril bars. I have probably like 800 in total after everything is blasted. However, my adamant is very lacking, and I know obviously I'm not going to close the gap fully by manually mining it, as this is not very quick either, even with a ring. Now granted, I've been getting pretty unlucky with procs here, but yeah. However, when I do muster up and go back to blast mine, I will be a slightly higher mining level. I'll be at least 78 the next time I go back. That's going to be my main source of adamant. That'll be the main ore that I blast. I believe adamant will actually outweigh mithril. By that point, I believe it already does. My chance at Vernite is pretty abysmal, and so I am procrastinating as long as possible to go back into blast mine. I know a couple levels isn't really going to make that much of a difference. But I did just unlock the upper level to Motherlode Mine, so I can grab myself some nice mining XP over time from up there. However, I'm a little bit iffy on that, simply due to the fact that I have so many other grinds that I'm pursuing. I have a bunch of elite diaries that are ready to be filled in here. I always forget to start these videos with my stats sheet up because, this is the best way to figure out what kind of progress I'm making. But yeah, burn crafting levels, smithing levels, big diary requirements, and those are the main ones, and then 85 wood cutting for a 90 boost for redwood, and I will be ready for Corindili. I need to finish up my quest log here for Lumbridge Elite. Varrock Elite I am somewhat close to, but the 95 cooking is a stretch, and yeah, it's actually the 95 cooking is the stretch. That's not that bad at all. It's really the smithing that is quite a bit, but 84 is not really that bad at all. We are actually, somewhat close to 84 as it is. The real requirement I kind of need to push for at this point is 91 is the latest achievement diary requirement. I think that might be for doing and ideally I will have 88 so that I can boost one off of a Dwarven Stout to smith all of my runite bars into rune swords for Alk GP, as I'm still pretty GP starved even after finishing up my construction grind for a while. Now we're gonna cut this off here, the mining, 'cause that's a good amount to at least finish up whatever inventory I think I would have been able to do. We're gonna get right into our actual blast furnace rotation here. So I am not going to bother putting bank fillers on. It would just be a waste of time. I don't really have that much stuff to do. As you can see here, I have a lot of coal. However much coal I have, it's not enough. I have my stamps here in my room pouch. I'll probably throw that into my crafting pouch. And let us take a minigame teleport there. So, I hope you guys are doing well. Overall, I have been, here we go. Gotta wake up a bit for the blast wine. For the blast furnace, Jesus Christ. When I say slightly inebriated, I do mean quite a bit of alcohol and my medical marijuana, so I'm definitely pretty spaced out. I'm not speaking as succinctly as I might be caught doing on a good day or even a regular day. One might say I have the grace to fulfill. No idea. So we're gonna try to we're gonna try to do this somewhat efficiently despite being somewhat impaired. Where Mithril is pretty easy, you could keep a core rotation going pretty smoothly. You could even integrate Ordan's ore shop if you want to get fancy, bring some GP. I guess I forgot to grab my bars. Makes sense. And you could, bump an inventory of coal, mithril off him, whatever you want to do, and it's just really easy to keep ores going when you have a big stack of GP here. But you can only buy up to mithril, so, even though you have a technically kind of infinite supply due to commerce, anything up to mithril. So you see there, yeah, my mithril stack is doing pretty good, and I did estimate that pretty well. But yeah, even though you can stack infinitely up to mithril, Giant's Foundry is just not gonna be, it's not gonna be worth it if you're running mithril and steel combinations up into like the 80s. I mean, that's rough. That's not, I don't know, it's not sustainable. zooming way far out here. See, like this would be a good example of when to purchase an inventory of mithril off of him. But we don't have our GP stack, we're not going to worry about it. We're just sort of chilling right now. Grabbing some XP, but mainly grabbing materials for some later on XP. We're actually going to finish up our ores. Like I said, I did some mother lode mine for these ores, so I didn't get any iron from it. You don't get iron from mother lode mine after a certain point. I'm way past that certain point. I think once you start getting mithrils when you stop getting iron. I could be wrong about that. Or maybe it's even as early as when you unlock coal that your base turns into coal. I don't know. I don't fully remember. I don't really make any new accounts to know this information. So, I'm about to finish up my mithril here. We will do another full stack of coal. You know, I'll also bring you to Kingdoms after this so that I can show you a couple days worth of Kingdoms on coal and why. If you're an Iron Man, it is absolutely worth it to take the time and get some of your primary resources like coal through Kingdoms, where, you know, you could absolutely, well, I'd say you could mine it. You can't mine it. You'll learn pretty quickly that you can't really mine your coal. That's one of the major issues, in my opinion, with RuneScape's ore systems, that mining, like the traditional method of mining, is not actually viable for any sort of trading or even sorry everybody, or even GP making outside of Runite or Amethyst, which again is kind of an alternative method, so I don't know if I'd even count that. And yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna say I totally mind it, but it's a good reason to have alternative methods like Foundry in the game, you know, because you have a serious disharmony between certain gather producer skills like farming and herb, which, you know, has been tweaked over the years, but not quite like rune crafting or foundry or whatever have been tweaked with pure essence drops or Guardians of the Rift, like the actual mini games. There's a full inventory of Adam in here. I don't remember how much experience this is. I think it's a little over 1,000, or like 960, 975. Okay, so it's close. Changed it to 960. That's should be the rest of my special ore here. Should have grabbed coal these last spots, but I did not. Okay, so while we're here, let's just demonstrate what I mean by integrating the shop into your runs. So, you know, we have our GP stack. Not gonna blow my stamina, but I will show you here that you can really easily how Keiko's been getting his mining experience, but I guess it's probably been MLM if he's here. He's got a lot of ore. Maybe he's been blast mining. But I think it's like he's not a pretty new account, so I don't know. Don't know about that one, you guys. Let's dress up. Get looking pretty correct for some Giant's Foundry. We're going to take a glory teleport to All-Grid, climb through the window, and we'll be there. We're going to be getting a lot of Dr. Jekyll. A lot of Dr. Jekyll events. It's very interesting. So, I don't think I'm going to record myself doing a Giant's Foundry, because I think it'll be nice to keep this to like just kind of a short one-off video, so I don't need to edit anything or whatever. Maybe I'll record if I feel like it, but mainly I need to turn on the air conditioning right now because I'm getting hot. And I don't know. I would like to chill otherwise. So I hope you guys have a good one, and I hope this was somewhat satisfying with me being as tired as I was.